Welcome back to the Tiny Room Hangar. This is Mike coming at you with the weekly news in review for May the 3rd. Be with you on May 3rd, 2026. And we've got a lot of news this week, so we got to get into this. Of course, May the 4th with Star Wars. But first, we have Transformers. This picture might be a bait and switch. Ninja Gaiden. I've got a few things to say. But as for the figure, I don't even know. Is this the same figure recolored that we've seen before? Not 100% sure. And we've got some Tmnt McFarland news. And so I guess we can just say Tmnt in the title now, just because they put that out. Ramen Toy Ace, some things going on there. Pretty awesome. They're going to have an exclusive glow-in-the-dark. If you like the glow-in-the-dark. Hiya Toys Rocky 3, so they're banging out several Rocky figures. I knew last week when I showed one that there was another Rocky figure, but I couldn't find it when I came to doing the news, which was confusing to me. Here it is. Here it is. And then, well, I might not even circle back to this. We've got all these figures. Super 7 Deluxe, not Ultimates, $35 PVTS, but I didn't know they would do a mirror Lion-O. Maybe I'll come back. I got a lot to say about it. And then we got some Motu stuff. I mean, there's a lot of Motu stuff. I don't even think I'm going to cover it all. I don't think I can. Motu's hot. NECA making some Ducktales. I looked at this 3 times. I thought this was just a render. Everyone says this is the actual stuff. It's so good, I can't tell the actual figures from a render. That's crazy. And we got a lot of Star Wars stuff, so let's get started. Coming up. What's new in the Shows store? I showed this last week, but I'm going to show it again. It might not last very long. It's a 4th party RT06 Regenesis Optimus Prime. This is the KO of the one they were calling the Style Gen. And it has some improvements, so I showed that last week. This week we got the price, so it is $90. The official is $170. I was expecting $75, but they move fast with this, and I think it's coming into stock very, very soon. And I plan on picking it up, taking a look at it. ABC Toys Mirror Evil Optimus Prime modified version from Transformers Prime stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty interesting. See, I don't just talk about G1 like everyone thinks, and I've got another non-G1 coming up, which I truly don't understand. I know we've gotten this before. I thought we got this. Unique Toys R09-2 Red Destroyer Stinger repaint version, and it does have ABS and diecast, and that does not have a price, but it's a pretty nice looking figure. Repaint version, $1 down. And DNA Designs DK33DX WFC E25DX upgrade kit. So this upgrade kit looks fascinating. I don't know the price either. It's $1 down. I've pre-ordered this. I'm gonna upgrade my sons with it. It looks really good overall. So looks like they're gonna be able to do a whole lot with it, and it's gonna make significant impact on that figure. Oh, what's the impact? You say? Well, this here. It shows the front and back, and I don't know exactly if it has like leg risers on it, but you know, gotta raise the scuppernach. I hope it has leg risers on it because it does look like it does, but we'll find out. All right, so we've got sort of updates, pictures. Okay, in hand pictures. I mean, I'm looking at it and it's in hand. Tyrant Toys TO2 Heavenly Tyrant from Mr. Elijah. And so I guess that's Elijah's hand in there. That's very, very nice. And it looks good. I say I'm going to get it. I haven't ordered it yet, and it's in stock right now, shows you also. I think I'm going to get it. I think I am. Because they did show that you're going to be able to get the Victory Leo with it. And so, yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, we've got a picture of the smaller bot. And that looks pretty good, pretty decent overall. And then we got alt mode. Looks pretty good. So Scale wise, I don't know if you'd exactly call this masterpiece scale, but I don't really care. I mean, I think it looks really good. It's $100 and it looks pretty good. I would have liked to have kind of gotten a little reviews first before jumped in it. But then again, of course, I'm gonna get it, take a look at it. Probably, I'm on the fence. But I think I'm about to jump over that fence. X Transbots has their cone chrome, and this is the box, so it means it should be coming soon, relatively soon. You always see the packaging near the end. Of course, in order to manufacture, they got to have something to put it in the package, right? Then this shows the other version. They're going to be making 2 versions. They'll piggyback the production run, which is smart, and that's how they do it. And I'm going to try to get both, review both at the same time. So that's I like doing that, and there's a whole lot of other reasons why, I'm sure you can guess, but it makes it a little bit easier, a little bit more fun to do them both at the same time. Got pictures of DJS Toys, or Craftsman Toys, or Great General Toys, Swoop. And so they're showcasing 2 different ones here. We've got one that is a masterpiece and one that is a Legends. And they both look pretty good. And slightly different. Slightly different. I've got a lot of King Toys feels here too, but they're different than King Toys. So pretty cool looking overall. I love swoops. I still don't think I'm quite in on either of these, but they do look good. Magnificent Mecha is making Dark of the Moon, Optimus Prime, Jet Wing prototypes. And I personally think, because it doesn't really go into detail, I personally think it literally is just parts to clip on. Take my paws. I don't think this is going to be anything like the actual Jetfire transforming. It's literally just add-on parts, and I don't even know what the price is on it. They didn't say, but first look at the MMO2B with prototypes. So, anyway, looks pretty cool, pretty interesting, and sort of matches what you saw in the show. And I kind of think this is the best way to do it. I know people will disagree with me. You need a Jetfire that transforms and all that kind of stuff. But making parts specifically to achieve this is going to be the best in the long run. Plus, I wouldn't mind having another Jetfire, on another shelf or something. May the Soundwave be with you. Oh, is that going to work? Iron Studios Transformers G1 Soundwave 1/20th statue. It's polystone hand painted. Theme base connects with other Iron Studio pieces. Pre-order ships Q1 of 2027, and it's ABS and PVC with Demi format makes Soundwave the perfect addition to display of any size. Oh, complementing other Iron Studio Transformer statues. And as you can see, 11.5 by 9.9 by 9.4, and I have no idea of the price. That's I think it's one of those, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. Yellow Park's putting out an AMK Pro Bumblebee Movie Optimus Prime with retooled head and hands. So, is it better than the last one? I don't know. But looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good to me overall. I'm perfectly happy with I didn't have any issues with the first one. I didn't know where to stick it. You ever had the problem not knowing where to stick it? Well, I'll stick it in this section right here. Machine Cat Toys SDG1 Optimus Prime renders. Yeah, super cute, I guess. Whatever. I mean, it's not. What do they call that? Chibi style. Chibi. So I stuck it right here. Magic Square Toys MSB 63 ENIAC number 2 Legends scale nose cone. Color prototypes. So, okay, I want to put this out there. I feel like I was the last person on the planet to see this, and then as soon as my news went up, the next day everybody's talking about it. So, better late than never. Well, guess what? I got better images, so guess it's worthwhile. Anyway, here's the bot mode. A lot of people say he's too pink. He's not pink. He's mauve. He's mauve. It's not pink, but no, it's more closer into the red category than the pink. It's mauve. Anyway, there's the. How am I already to the combined mode? But there's the combined mode of both that are coming. and I'm fighting this off. I've already got the Craftsman toys, and I really Legends. I'm backing off a duplicate. Okay, well, that's a lie, I guess. Okay, that is a straight lie. Here's the alt mode. How to get the alt mode for you, but it will probably be better than the Craftsman. But I already have the Craftsman done, built, and I want to put my resources to other things. I'm gonna keep telling myself that. Oh, we're into this. Did I say I'm not gonna double up and triple up on Legends? I did pre-order this. It's a 3-pack. New Age, H75A Snow, Swan, and Cowboy. Am I right? Or am I wrong? No, that's the next one. This one is Cleon, Ajax, and Rembrandt. Okay, this, I'm going to have a hard time keeping the 300 of these that they make straight. So they are putting them out in 3-packs. No price just yet. $1 down. And so this one is the Snow Amp and Snow, Swan, and Cowboy. Okay. And then we've got purple ones. I got some nice artwork and stuff. So we've got the purple ones. What do they call them? Wyatt, Cowboy, and Cleon, but Shattered Glass. Shattered Glass versions. They look good. I'd probably get these two. Oh, man. This is going to be tough. So the thing is with Junkion's, Hasbro, I thought it was like Hasbro's going to go really far with it. No. They got Wreck-Gar wildly popular. Then the next one was less popular. The third one was just nobody wanted it, it seemed like. And I thought we'd see Junkion's forever from Hasbro. Like, Hasbro loves to just slightly retool and repaint and put it back out, put a name on it. I thought we'd see that. I thought we'd be like at 7 by now. I think they only did 3 total, I think. Maybe they did a 4th. Now we're getting other Junkion stuff too, but they're not the same size. They're smaller. These are all going to kind of scale together and look more uniform. What are they going to look like? You say, well, this here. What are they going to look like this here? And we've got an excellent video here from Maximal Heart. And yeah, he did a fantastic job with this. The figures look great. Just really awesome. And so that's what's coming. So you got a Wreck-Gar, you got the first 3-pack, you got the second 3-pack, and then the third 3-pack right there. And it's really cool to get to see what's coming, what's on the way, and how fast. Like, look how fast they're moving with this. And this is literally just the tip of the iceberg. Here's what they look like in alt modes, and I bet you if I go deeper into this, we'll see a bunch of them riding each other. I don't know. I'm surprised I don't see, he doesn't do like half of them transformed and the other half riding each other. Probably we'll see that eventually. Alright, so we've got Dr. Wu and DWE 66 and 67, Tanny Strophius and Stegosaurus Micro Master Scale. Now these are not legends. These are sub-legends, color render. And you combine with the dino. I haven't seen Dust Mites in a while from on Realm of Collectors, but Dust Mite used to talk about no combining the dino, no combine with the dino, and well, I guess they're doing it. What's smaller? What's smaller than this? Aldi. Now we've seen these before, and these are the AAP mini carded figures, which are fascinating and cool and interesting and fun and all of that. And we don't have ordering information just yet. We don't have price. It's just kind of promoting it. So I don't know when and where we're going to be able to buy them. I would think you could get like the whole set for a certain price. And I don't know, $25 for all? I don't know. It would be great though. Found this at Ross for $3. I don't even know who makes it. I just bought it for $3. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll get it. $3. I mean, I wish they would have had more. I would have gotten everything, every character that they had made if I could have. And another thing, I have zero information on ordering, buying, when it's going to be available, what the price is going to be, and all that kind of stuff. But Zenith Studio is making a Zenith 1 Iron Core Commander Head, WIP. And so, again, like, this is cool. It's interesting. It looks like it's going to be highly detailed. Not G1. It's not G1. It's from a different era. But, you know, it reminds me of something else. Something else. McFarland has this Megatron head at Target. I think it was $25, so I should have just snapped a picture of when I scanned the price on it. I'm not interested in this. I purely took the picture, passing the information to everybody else that might be interested in this. I think it's a good-looking head sculpt. And it's McFarlane. What's McFarlane gonna do when they lose the Batman, the DC license? All right, so we've got another wave of Aldi Transformers Alpha Action Elite AAE Wave 4 Calculus of Order. And I want to say this, I really do not like this promo picture they put out. And then there's a lot of separate pictures. So I got one that is a little bit better. I mean, it's not perfect, but when your art is less interesting than your actual form, so real form, like the real figures look better than their art. It is that good. They do some really good work. I'm very impressed. 5-inch figures. These are the minis. They generally run around $10 to $11 a figure. So this one has how many in it? It's 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's probably gonna be like 60 something bucks for the 8, $70 for the 8. I don't know. I actually don't know. And 5.5 centimeters tall. You get Ultra Magnus, Shockwave, Thundercracker, Core, Ultra Magnus, Ironhide, Outback Beachcomber, Buzzsaw, Galactic Shockwave. Let's look at this. Here's the other Ultra Magnus out of armor. Here is the Ironhide that looks really good looking Ironhide. And then, of course, we've got those 3 smaller figures all in one. So one box is going to have 3 small figures. It's the way they do it, and it works out really well. So they do a good job on that. I think these look amazing, and as soon as they come up for pre-order, I'm going to buy them. I mean, pre-order them. They're in stock, just straight buy them. All right, it's time for the Hasbro stuff, which not a lot. There's not a whole lot. Studio Series Commander Class Rodimus, 1986 Rodimus. The listing's been found. It's supposed to be out in 2027, and Commander means 100. For a Rodimus. Now, obviously, it's going to come with a trailer, and that's a big part of it, but didn't they already do that? They already did one with a trailer? So, I don't know how different it's going to be, how much cleaner it's going to be, you know, how much, I don't know. I do not know. And with that, it'll be fascinating to see how it goes, but still, it's going to be a leader class with a $100 price point. Maybe we should call this week Commander News. Because there's a lot of Commander class news. So this is Age of the Primes Combaticon Onslaught Bruticus Combiner via Icon of Iacon on eBay. And it looks good. I don't have any real complaints about it. I mean, I'm not collecting this or anything, but I still think it looks good. I think they're doing a really good job this round of them. I liked Combiner Wars when Combiner Wars came out, even though I still felt like it was too stylized, not G1 enough. And I think they're getting G1 enough with this. Let's look at the alt mode, and I really don't think I'm going to go much further than that with it just yet. But yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. I wonder if there's a picture in here. Yeah, there is. There is. I didn't know if there was going to be a picture combined. You know, combined skeleton. There's the combined skeleton, and yeah, it's gonna look really good. And it's really cool that they launched this whole thing with Minosaur, because Minosaur was the worst of the Combiner Wars. And I mean, the Combiner Wars one of this is not bad, but I think this looks better. Remember back in the 80s we had like Garfield suction cups, and they would put on your car and you'd stick them up. Well, suction cup figures from LDCX, I guess, toys. And very fascinating and interesting, and it depends on price. I would probably pick a couple up if they're cheap enough, if they're available enough, just to check them out. Would it be something that you would have to buy Are they $10 each? Are they 3-packs? I don't know. It's like 1/8. I don't know what that's all about. Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, Soundwave, Sideswipe, Ironhide, Jazz. Kind of interesting, the character choices too. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Looks interesting, and it will engage the kids, I hope. Once upon a time, toys were for kids, and parents would collect stuff like Christmas decorations and ornaments. Well, now we can do both. So Transformers Optimus Prime Power, Prime's Power, and My Little Pony Hallmark keepsake ornaments, official listings and photos, and $24.90. What? For an ornament? $25 for an ornament. I see the ornaments at Walmart are like $7.50 or $9 now, I guess. But wow, $25. That's sad. And speaking of sad, so Geo Transformers writer Gary Conway passed away, and that's sad when, and we're seeing more of this, that people that shaped our childhoods and our futures are passing away. Mr. Conway worked in 2 classic G1 cartoons episodes, worked on those episodes technically. Forever is a long time coming, and money is everything, both with Carla Conway. He had an impressive career in the comic industry in both DC and Marvel. He is probably best remembered for writing Spider-Man's infamous Death of Gwen Stacy storyline. He introduced characters like Punisher, Power Girl, Firestorm, Miss Marvel, Man-Thing, Killer Croc, Jason Todd, and countless others. He was also a writer in the series of Centurions. It was edited by Ted Peterson, Michael Reeves, Mark Scott, and Larry Tadilio, and Gary Conway. So yeah, Centurion fans were talking about that. That's actually the first place I saw that he had passed, and so that's why I looked into it. And anyway, let's talk about something more fun. Something more fun, we've got TFCon Orlando, October 23rd, 25th. That's 2 TFCons away. We got another one coming up in like June or July or something like that. But, oh yes, David Kaye is going to be at TFCon Orlando. So he was the voice. I mostly know him from Beast Wars, and he did a great job with Megatron. But I most look forward to the third-party panels. I'm not going to lie, that's TFCon. The third-party panel is where it's at. And even though the last couple have not been very great, they've been very lackluster. At the same time, as mature as we are into the whole masterpiece line, you just can't expect 20 new reveals every TFCon. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Ramen Toy, and Ace is just awesome. What he's done here to travel to Vietnam, I believe it's Vietnam they traveled to give some gifts to Bao Long and help his creative future with a laptop with software for designing action figures. Really, really amazing. You get to see kind of this young man here and what he's done, but evidently it's not that his family they don't make a lot of money, but it's not like they can't get by. It's that the amount that action figures cost there are ridiculous versus how much the average person makes and needs to just, live and sustain life. It's like one figure is almost half of a week's pay, and they can't spend that kind of money on. So he's been making his own action figures for a while, and Ace brought some actual action figures. To us, it's like, what'd you bring? It was nothing that you brought him. To him, to Bao Long, it's a huge deal. And if you see here, there's Ace standing in front of the collection. This is on display at a restaurant, and all those were made by Bao Long. He made all those figures himself, it's outstanding that he accomplished. It's just mind-blowing what this young man has accomplished. Trained himself to do it, and imagine if he gets formal training and how good he'll be in the future. I mean, like, he'll be up there with the 4 Horsemen, I bet. We got the box for the Mobula. I do have mine on pre-order with Gundam, not Shozi, but Gundam, Shozi, same thing. And I look forward to reviewing it. And although I have the original Kidder one, this is more like the cartoon. This is how it looked in the cartoon. And, you know, never really understood why the cartoon was so different than the toy, when some of the other ones were very, very, very spot on and close. So next up we have this on, it's the 1st of May with just 56 more days to Joe Fest. We figured it's about time that we let the folks know about the exclusive item that's going to be sold during Joe Fest. Figure uses existing 80s Commander's body with glow-in-the-dark plastic and a special Centurion portrait with helmet for Joe Fest. So, pretty cool. Limited 200 pieces. And here's Ace showing the Wolverine tank. As to where you haven't gotten a HasLab or anything from Hasbro for tanks in a military line. Like, yeah, you got the his tank, but you haven't got tanks that we knew of from growing up with Joe tanks, with the Mobat and all that kind of stuff. And he makes them. He's making tanks, and they look great. And this one's the Wolverine. Yeah, no. This one looks surprisingly like a Mauler. Before I get into talking about NECA, NECA's Ultimate is, there's going to be like another one. Like, what do they call it? The Maximum series at Hasbro. It's going to be called Ultra Mitt. Ultra Mitt. But to all my friends in Australia, they're still going to call it Ultramate. I mean, I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. When have you ever known me to not joke? Oh yeah, when Walmart screws you over, but I'm not joking. Ultimate. You even could press the button and it tells you Ultimate, Ultimate, so you can hear it being said. Life is like a hurricane is in Duckburg, but man, I cannot believe that I'm looking at actual figures here. Still feels like I'm looking at render. Feels like a still from the cartoon. It is that good, and I will not lie. NECA has done such a great job with the Tmnt line that it takes every ounce of my being to not buy the next Tmnt figure they make, 'cause I'm turtled out, because they look so good, even though I have no idea who is this character. I don't know. But I will get an Irma. If they put an Irma out, I'm getting an Irma. I was told we're getting an Irma. I did not buy the whole Channel 6 set. Anyway, this isn't about Turtles, though. This is about Ducktales. And there's only one problem. They look great. There's going to be 4 releases. You know, you're going to get all these. But here's the problem. They're raising the price to $40. And yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot. 35, then 37, 40. I have told myself I will only get these if I can find them at Target. I'm not going to buy them, pre-order them from BBTS or anything like that. I am literally just going to wait and get them at Target, because Target usually gets them. They still stick with the 35, I think. And then you got a little off with your Target Red Card. And then sometimes there's deals like you get 10 off 50 in the entire store or something like that. But yeah, so it's 160 to get those. But Huey, Dewey, and Louie, those little terrors, they are a 3-pack, so that's cool. Like 3 in 1. McFarland Page Punchers. They have Leonardo and Donatello with a comic book, and it's packaged like that. It is $27.99. I don't think they're as big as like the NECA stuff. I think they're a little smaller. 5-inch scale, yeah. And yeah, so there they are. Doesn't interest me at all. $27.99. Ships in June. But some people are going to love it. And yeah, if you love it, if you like it, get it. Mezco is making from their 112 a Scarecrow figure. So it's $116. You get it at Entertainment Arts BBTS. Chosen Prime, I guess, whenever they get it in. And it's hand painted, approximately 17 centimeters tall. You know, let's do the math on that. I don't really care. Multiple changeable hands, distressed Scarecrow outfit with aged weather deco, rope accents, layered fabric detailing, gloves, boots, 1 scythe, fear toxin gun, 3 toxic cartridges, gun firing EX attaches to toxic gun, set of fear toxin FX, okay, EX, FX, sorry, not EX, 2 crows, and display base, adjustable display post, teeth, interchangeable hairstyles, 116. Yo, Adrian, I've heard some people bashing this, and you know what? At first I thought they're being too hard, but when you're charging 127, the head sculpts really need to be spot on. They're close. They're not spot on. I think actually this one's better than the other figure, but it comes with all of this stuff. Oh man, do I have to read all this? 2 boxing gloves, 4 interchangeable hands, dynamic posing, 1 interchangeable bruised head sculpt, 1 headgear, 1 jump rope for training, scene recreation, 1 championship belt, the ultimate symbol of Rocky's glory display base with stand. Okay, that wasn't that much. I like that belt. That looks nice. And with this, I don't know. I might go in on one of the Rockies. Not sure yet. I still think NECA's look the best. I think these are more posable. Am I right? Are you sick of the $50 and $60 maximum Spider-Man and Hulk prices? If you're sick of that and you want to spend over $100, well, here you go. That's H Figuarts. Brand new day, Spider-Man and Hulk previews. Sure, it won't be any less than $100. I mean, I assume I'm making ass out of me. I have no idea what the price is. It didn't show a link or anything, but they look good. They look pretty good. All right, so we've got some Motu 2000X, Keldor, Buzz-Off, and Web Store. I might get the Web Store. I don't know. I did get the Atom at GameStop. It cost me like $16 because I had the $5 off. I missed the coupon for last month because I just didn't buy anything. But anyhow, they're going to be up at BBTS Entertainment Earth. I think these are like right around the $20 mark. I guess I can find out. $20.99 if you're into it. But this is a super ultra pick and choose. I am more just wanting the cartoon stuff myself, but it looks good. Although I absolutely loathe the existence of AI. I'm pretty sure this picture was AI generated and I just snapped it. I want to give credit. I don't know who to give credit to. Give credit to Skynet. Skynet gets the credit for this picture, and I'm sure, you know, a lot of high electric bills over it, but looks fascinating. So this is like Prince Adam, and we've got Queen Marlena, King Randor, and of course She-Ra before she comes She-Ra. Adora? Is it Adora? I just did that video. Adora? I just realized why everyone says He-Man is sword, sorcery, and fantasy. Got it. We got Ninja Gaiden, and you know, I don't really see that it's much different than the other ones that they're putting out, but this is a 6-inch scale Ryu figure based on his appearance in the Ninja Gaiden 4 video game. They announced that this will be a worldwide release, and that additional details will be coming at a later date. Check out the preview below, and there it is. And I will say this, that when my PlayStation Plus ran out, I didn't want to spend $80 to re-up. I feel some kind of way about that, and I'm going to see how long I can go without re-upping. But played a lot of NES. I played Ninja Gaiden. I played a few other games, and my son came in and said, "Are you playing Punch-Out?" I said, "Yeah, you got a problem with that?" Yeah, I was. Alright, so we've got, I guess, a Tom Hanks I don't get it moment. All rise for the royal debut. Gray? Origins Gray action figure coming May 6th. 16-point articulation. 5.5 tall. Comes with a hero staff. See, this is what kind of gets me about the whole Masters universe. Like, I don't even know who he is. And I don't know. Club Grayskull members orders on May 6th at noon. Next day for non-members. Let me guess. And clearanced in November. I don't get it. They do a lot of cool stuff. And then there's this, which I'm not saying there's not a good reason or a market or people that want it. I'm just saying I don't get it. I don't really understand what they're doing with all that. This was leaked on eBay. It's a Roboto. Now, I understand this. This is for the movie stuff. It looks pretty cool. Retro play. I'm guessing movie stuff. Actually, I don't really know. Heroic Mechanical Warrior. Maybe it's 2000X. So I'm not 100% in the know. But it was leaked. It looks interesting. It's fascinating. Again, not something for me. Not at all. And then Ross. Try that again. Ross must have gone to Ollie's and bought their stock of Battle Cats and marked them up from $9.99 or whatever they were to $15 because I got a lot to say about Ross Con and prices going up. But in all reality, this is the best time for them to come out with back out with this because this is a pretty good one and for the right price and all that stuff. I know there's 2 different Battle Cats that they're selling at the Target right now. All right, so we're going to Batmobile. They call it the Bat Missile from Batman Returns vehicle coming May 5th. I don't know anything about this either. It's like the first time I've ever seen this version of the Batmobile or the Bat Missile. I think it's like the outside. I don't know. I've seen some different Batmobiles where the outside kind of the outside parts pop off. This is the center. I don't know if that's what the same thing is here. Fascinating. Again, not something I don't need 20 different Batmobiles. I keep bouncing around mostly because of the fact that I'm on TNI News and I use a different browser because it crashes most browsers. Bounce over to BBTS and talking about Super 7 all in the same breath here. The Ultimates figures starting at 11, going all the way up to, well, I mean, there's still some more expensive ones, but man, this is the time to jump on this while they're still in stock before they sell out. I haven't seen this since Entertainment Earth did it for 11, and when Entertainment Earth put the figures to 11, most of them sold out in the first hour or 2 of the sale, and then took the rest of the day to sell the rest of them. But very impressive. I've got a lot of this coming, and my son's got some stuff coming. I've got a big order coming. I'll be showing that probably in a couple of weeks when they ship it. And then we've got this here. So they're getting the Target Ghost Jaga. Target just had it early. Target still is back ordered on Mumra, so I haven't seen the Mumra. Probably because, I mean, even though the Ghost Jaga is in high demand, like a lot of people still want one. They pay up for the first releases. It's been reissued, and now, it's still exciting. It's still fun, but this Mumra is the first introduction of this new Mumra, and most people are like, well, I'll just give them my old Mumra's hand and staff, I guess. I don't know, but I hear it's a big improvement. But the Mirror Lion-O shocks me. It just surprises me out of left field that they're just going that route. I guess so you can always have a Lion-O on the shelf, but I mean, I go into Targets and still see that first Lion-O, the one that hasn't been in the sun, who's really pale. That one. I've seen several people talking about this, and according to Wall Street Journal, GameStop is preparing to submit an offer for eBay. It really doesn't make sense. So eBay has a market cap of 46 billion, and GameStop seems to be struggling and has a market cap of 12 billion. I don't really know how they think they can pull this off, but if they do, it's impressive. Well, on one hand, think about it though. Like GameStop has closed a lot of stores, hundreds of stores over the last few years, and it seems like they're very anemic as a business. And if they could take over eBay, and I don't know if they'd make it better or not, but there's a huge market for resellers that go to like garage sales and then they sell the stuff on eBay. They buy something for $1, sell it for $12 or $10, so they make $10 every time they do something like that. But they do it 1,000 times, and so they make $100,000. That's just kind of how it goes, something along those lines. Yes, 1,000 times 10 is only 10,000, so I got to do that 1,100 items a month or something like that. But that's a lot of traffic, and I don't know. It makes no sense to me but maybe after it's done, it will make sense if they can pull it off. All right, now for the hard part: Star Wars. With the May the 4th be with you. There's a lot of news. Hot Toy Star Wars pre-orders: Zeb, Yoda, Gree, Thrawn, Stormtroopers, Snowtrooper, Luke, and Maul. It's my apprentice, Darth Maul. Then we have all these reveals. I'll just kind of run through it. I think, yeah, I'm just going to run through it. Black Series Mission, Veo, and Karth. Clone Commander, Black Series, Satil Shan, Black Series Republic Trooper, Clone Commander Doom, Commander Thorn, Anakin Skywalker is very, very popular, and this is a kind of a cool looking one. Clone Trooper Commander, Bodhi Rook, Plo Koon, Vintage Collection. So how far are we back on Vintage Collection? Vintage Collection starts with that Anakin, Clone Commander, Bodhi Rook are all Vintage Collection. Plo Koon, Vintage Collection. Luke, Genosian Warrior in Vintage Collection, and the ATRT. And Asajj Ventress Skywalker 2-pack. Then there's a Darth Vader mini helmet, Rex mini helmet, Mandalorian team up, and Grogu versus Snowtrooper 2-pack. Now, I'm not going to go deep on everything, but this is one of the problems that plagues G.I. Joe, and it's vehicles. So this looks to be a vehicle that it's going to be the same vehicle, just repainted in the new movie. So that's what people's expectation is. Let's touch on a couple of other things here that are just catching my eye. Knights of the Old Republic figures. Again, I did not pre-order any of this stuff. I will not be, because price is kind of crazy for what you get. And so, yeah. Probably the only thing I'm going to jump on would be like retro collection stuff. I don't see the in package for this, but here we go. I think this is the Luke, I guess. Is that right? Am I right on that? Or yeah, that looks like Luke. No, don't come around saying that's Anakin. It looks like the Luke in the Vintage Collection. Let's see this here. This is the Genosian Warriors all together. And let's get a better picture of all four here. I like showing a lot at once. So there's the Anakin, which I'll say this: they're doing the soft goods. They look good. The figures look good. Plo Koon in there looking good, but $20 a pop. I mean, yeah. It's like, well, Mike, you spend that on the Joe O-rings, yes, but I mean, it's a little, I don't know, a little on the annoying side. $20 figure. And I'm glad these are still, relatively affordable. And so I'll probably pre-order this. Probably. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I like these retros. But I'm wondering, is it going to only be available on Pulse? That shows Target. Fan Channel and Target in the U.S. So that's some good stuff there. And I'm going to see if there's anything else. I don't really think there's anything else. Nothing else really stood out to me. I mean, I read the whole list and we saw the picture. But yeah, it's not that exciting. One more thing about these, they got rid of the weathering, so there's no more weathering on them, which makes me wonder: are they going to go back and re-put all the other sets back out with no weathering, or is it just like, all right, so 80% of your collection has weathering, 20% will be clean, just is how it is? I don't know. I'm going to run through some stuff, so it's going to be bouncing around, just kind of, it's all in the order if I found it, I guess. But Orko at Ross, $15. It's one of those things. It's cheaper than 20, so I guess I picked it up. Then I think I might have shown this last week, but it doesn't matter. $10 each for red figures if you missed out on them. And yes, they were gone the next day, so I feel like I've shown that. This is, I'm not picking this up or anything, but Sigourney Weaver, so she could double as in your Aliens display if you choose. Haha, I'm funny. Well, I got something funnier coming up. This is showing up the Astro Train, which is so weird how his legs are put together. And Snarl, these are my own pictures. That's why they suck so bad. But that snarl's not there anymore. But don't tell anyone because they might be getting it for Christmas. Yeah, I buy Christmas presents in April. Right. Kyle Peterson action figure on clearance at GameStop for $8.99. Then we have this, and I've got another picture of the whole thing. There's just all kinds of stuff. There's a Battle Cat, there's the Fright Fighter, there's this. So all of this stuff going on. I'm not even sure how I don't have that picture right next to this picture. And then we've got Motu movie stuff. Motu is hot right now. Hot like your mom. Oh wait, that's inappropriate for me to tell my viewers. That's what I tell my kids. Cartoon Whiplash at Ross. So, man, there's just a lot of stuff showing up all around. It's so weird how things are hitting right now, but stuff showing up both at discounters and at retail. So I guess we're going to call it quits this week on the news, but let me know if there's anything else out there that you have seen, other good news out there that I missed out on or didn't cover, because I like to stay in the know and I like to know what's going on. Like, subscribe, and head over here out.